What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a very simple look for the holidays. I don't have a whole lot of time when I am getting ready to go to my family's house. I'm usually so busy getting my kids ready and making sure they're dressed and their hair's done. So that doesn't leave me a whole lot of time for myself. If you're like that, if you're a busy mom or you don't have a whole lot of time to put something together, this is a really good makeup option. We kept it super simple on the eyes. I literally only used 2 shades and I have 3 different lip options for you in this video. So if you want to see those other 2 options, stay tuned to the end of the video and you can pick out which one you like the best. Let me know down in the comments below which one you prefer. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. So I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Let's get to it. So I haven't done very many talk throughs is because the echo in here is so annoying on camera. And I still have yet to get a decent mic. The one that I have just does not work. But we're going to first go in with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. I'm being a little bougie today in using this just because my skin is super, super dry, I feel like, and I'll need something really hydrating. And this does a really good job, and it's what I just grabbed. Of course, they're way less expensive primers that you can use if you are dry. Okay. And I always use 2 primers. I never just use 1. I have to have a pore minimizing primer, and I go back and forth between the Smashbox and the Benefit. Smashbox is what I originally started out with, so I don't know if I just like it because of that. I don't know, I just feel like the Smashbox does a little bit better job filling those pores. I've been getting like crazy little bumps right here, crazy little breakouts. I don't think it's anything I've been trying makeup-wise, makeup-related, but it's probably stress. Stress for the holidays, making sure we've got everything ready and we're prepared. All right, so now that we've got those primers on, we're going to jump right in to our foundation. Now, I have not used this in a hot minute. This is the L'Oreal Pro Glow in 203 Nude Beige. We'll see if this matches. I'm a little bit pale right now. I probably need like 201, 202. That's okay. We'll make it work. So my favorite way to use this is just to dot this all over my face and then blend it out using my beauty blender. There's very few foundations I can get away with using my kabuki brush. I wish I could because it's a whole heck of a lot faster, but now I'm taking the sponge by Morphe, it's my fave, and just blending that out. So I was really trying to figure out what kind of makeup look I wanted to do for this week. This weekend, we have 2 Thanksgivings. I mean, I don't ever really get to go out a whole lot to where I can just like do a really cool eye look, full glam makeup look. So I always want to do that when I go like to the holidays for family and stuff, but then I feel like I get looks by certain people. Why is she so dressed up? Why has she got so much makeup on? Who is she trying to impress? And it's not because I'm trying to impress anybody, it's just because I never get to go anywhere and dress up. So I'm like, okay, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I can get away with more makeup. And then I just feel like people are wondering why I have so much makeup on. I'm really just wanting to focus on my skin since we're not doing a whole lot. We're keeping this really fresh face. Simple glam. Oh my God, these earrings are impossible to work around. Bring it down my neck because I know it's not a perfect match, but just a teensy bit more on my forehead because I got a few spots. Gotta do this really, really quick. This is my lip mask that I like to use when my lips are super dry. And this is by Best Damn Beauty. Love, love, love. Now before I do my, oh my gosh, these little flyaways. This is what happens when you go lighter with your hair color. You get little breakage. So now I'm going to bronze, and I'm using a cream bronzer, so I'm going to do this before I do my concealer, just because as soon as I do my concealer, I feel like I need to set it pretty quick or it's going to start creasing. And I'm known for using a lot of drugstore products when I tell a lot of my friends and family, but this is so good. Anybody who's tried this probably knows this is so good. I've wanted to purchase this for several years now, and I finally just talked myself into it one day when I was walking through Dillard's. Yeah, this is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, something like that. But it warms up the skin so beautifully, like way better than if I just put a pretty bronzer on. I'm just using a little stippling brush. This one's by Makeup Geek. And I'm not really contouring. I'm bronzing. I'm not going to contour today. Just want to warm up my cheeks just a little bit. I'm just going to do kind of around my hairline. Get some, orangey roots with this white hair. I have to put some setting powder on that as well. Now, I said I wasn't using this to contour. I didn't really do that for my cheeks and temples. I just bronzed those, but I guess this is technically contouring. Use it how you want. There's no rules in makeup. Make your own rules. What was that? Now to my absolute favorite part, concealer. I feel like foundation and concealer, I just don't know what I could do without it. And I am using the concealer, ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. I absolutely love this stuff. I feel like I get good coverage out of it. It's super creamy. It's not very drying because underneath my eyes are typically dry. So I can't use any concealers that are really dry. So I'm just going to dust that over my eyelids as an eye primer too. I find that it works just as good. Blend that all out. You know you're getting old is when you have to hold up that eyelid. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that. Like I said, I usually have to set my concealer pretty quick after I put it on because I do have creases. I do have fine lines underneath my eyes. And I am using the RCMA No Color Powder. It's translucent, so it really doesn't change the color up that you're using on your foundation and your concealers, which is what I love about it. And it doesn't make my skin super dry. I'll go ahead and set my lid too. And basically I just set everywhere I put that concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and bake my smile lines. I find that this definitely helps them not come through as quick. They will come through pretty much within a few hours of most of the foundations that I do wear. It's kind of inevitable. But I feel like this definitely helps prolong it as much as it can. Now while that's baking, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my cheeks. So what I have been using with the Chanel bronzer is my Physicians Formula bronzer. And this is in, I think this is just the lightest shade. They have a light and a dark one. I'm the lighter one. But I don't know, something about this pairing, high end, low end, it works. And I love how this bronzer smells, and I love how it's not super orangey. It's not super bronze because, like I said, it's winter. We're light, at least I am. I don't fake bake a whole lot in the winter time, so I can't use anything super bronze orangey. I'm just tapping that in, and I'm using a Morphe R2. This is my absolute favorite bronzer brush. There we go. So just set that cream bronzer that we just put on. And I always just kind of take that bronzer down my neck just a little bit. I really just like my smile lines. I get Botox to help with my forehead and a little bit around my eye, and it works wonders. I know some people are totally against that, and I used to be, but I swear it makes me look 10 years younger. And my husband was so mad at first when he found out that I was going to get Botox. He was like, you're gonna look ridiculous, you're gonna look totally fake, you know, like one of those housewives on TV. And I was kind of nervous about it too, but once I got it, and it didn't totally change your face like a bunch of fillers sometimes do. Botox, it just really just smoothed it out, made it look really just tight. I still have a little bit of movement on my eyebrows. I don't want it to be totally frozen, but I swear that is the best decision I ever did make, was going and getting just a little Botox right on my forehead. Some people don't have to have it. They were blessed with great skin. Not saying I don't have bad skin, but wrinkles run in my family. Thanks, Mom. Now he's okay with me doing that, but back to the smile line thing, I really don't want to get fillers because I just feel like it's going to completely change my face. Like, I don't want fillers underneath here and here, but it seems like that's the only thing that's really going to erase them, like I'm trying to do with my makeup right now, but really that's the only thing that's going to do it. And I haven't talked myself into it just yet. It's very expensive too. It's one more thing to keep up with. To move on to my eyes, and I'm bringing back my old school palette. This is what I first built, I guess, my single shadows, my first single shadows palette. I am taking the shade Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek. And we're not doing a whole lot to our eyes at all. We're just putting a little bit of color. Keeping this super, super simple. Oh, and I'm using a Morphe R37. This is my favorite blending brush of life. I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm going to go into this little bit neutral kind of dark brown shade right here in my palette, and this is Saddle by MAC. I don't feel like you need to run out and buy this shade. You probably have something just like it. And again, just kind of buffing that all over the lid. I want those colors to kind of just melt together. Stop that powder. I know I went a little bit too heavy. Now that I've got myself all powdered, I will just take a little, like a tiny bit of translucent powder and just kind of pat around the edges where I put that bronzer, just to kind of soften any harsh lines that we may have given ourselves. Moving on to blush, I am using one by MAC that I've had forever and I love it. It is Warm Soul. Got a little bit of a sheen to it, but nothing too overpowering. I swear I have all these cars driving by my studio and I'm set up right by my window and they're just like going real slow, like, what is she doing? And I'm just sitting here talking to myself, talking to my camera. Probably thinking I'm a crazy person. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is my brows. Seriously, this is my least favorite part of makeup. And I'm using the shade Caramel by Anastasia. Just love when your video stops recording for no reason. That's about as good as my brows are going to get today. Now we're going to move on to our lashes. Is it Maybelline or L'Oreal Lash Paradise? It's in the rose gold packaging. It looks a lot like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I don't know what it is about this $8 mascara, but I absolutely love it. So I am not putting on lashes. I just don't really put on a lot of false lashes because it's just one extra step, takes a little bit more time, and I don't wear lashes on a daily basis, so I really don't want to just do them for YouTube. Sometimes I will for a super special occasion, but most of the time you will not see me doing lashes. I'm just running that eye booger. I'm just running that saddle shade underneath my eyes to give a little bit of definition. And for highlighter, I am using Wisp by ColourPop. This is my all-time favorite highlighter. I have Hit Pan, I'm almost out. Really pretty, just golden champagne highlight. And you don't need a brush, you can just use your finger for these. That's why I love them. And then take that same highlighter and put it in my inner corner. Okay, so now we're pretty much done with our face and we're going to move on to our lips. So, option number one, I am using a color from NYX. This is in the shade Tea Rose. Just like a lipstick, it's going to rub off if you touch it. It's not a liquid, it's not a matte. I always have to line my lips just because they're uneven and I like to overline just a little bit. And that doesn't really match the color, but it's just something I grabbed really quick that was in the shade Bound by ColourPop. Now I'm just going to go in with that Tea Rose shade by NYX. And I love these with how creamy they are. They feel so good on the lips. So there is the first shade. Now for the second shade, I wanted to do something different and kind of outside the box than what I normally do. And just because we kept it really simple on our eyes and face, this is a metallic shade from ColourPop in the shade Wolfie. So, so pretty. So this shade is Wolfie, a beautiful kind of raspberry cranberry-ish metallic. I really suck at explaining colors. And for the last one, I went ahead and lined my lips, especially with reds. I don't want them to feather out. And I'm trying to decide between these two. One is a little bit more brighter red and one is a little bit more darker. I'm gonna go for the darker one first and then I may layer the lighter one on top of that. This is Arriba from the I Love Sari ColourPop collaboration. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So there's that shade by itself. It's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna tap this in the middle just to lighten it up a bit. Honestly, I don't know if that did anything. Okay guys, so this is lip number 3. A pretty bold red lip, simple eye. You really can never go wrong when you pair that together. So as you can see, one is a whole lot lighter and one is a lot darker. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Super simple, like I said. Some people like to go full out with their holiday makeup. Most of the time I just try to keep something simple because I have to get my kids ready and I can't spend a whole lot of time on myself. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.